Wait
Roll
for him
better
to
than I
say
do, and you're
first.
winning at life.
Everybody who leveled up last session, roll.
Jake, what do I roll for my health?
You have a
66.
plus con, don't you?
Wait, no, you're
66
not.
plus 6.
It's
Okay.
64. It's 64.
64, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. You'll
Plus
get better
6.
health than me, though, because I'm shit at life.
So 64 plus 6?
Yeah.
He already has better health than you.
Wait, 6?
What?
You've got 19 health, don't you?
Yeah.
He has 20 already, I think.
Yay, I get 1
No,
extra
I have
HP.
18, sorry.
Shit,
yeah.
I lost
No,
30
but-
Yeah,
HP.
he already had more than you.
No, I know. Like, the psychics didn't. Oh. God, I know, I
Plus
just
6,
rolled
man.
really bad.
That's what you get for
I
having
rolled
combo bonuses.
really
It's like the
bad
best thing in the
on-
game.
Yeah.
And how
but I'm
much
never gonna get hit.
points do I get? Side points?
Plus my,
whatever,
it's 14.
whatever is. Wait, let me have a look.
My 14 charisma is really showing throughout the campaign.
I think you get.
Yeah, Zai is
Wow, yeah.
definitely a charismatic character.
You
I'm gonna
have.
stab him.
Look at my PPs. My PP. Where's my PP?
All
at?
about that PP.
17.
Yeah, okay.
I want a remix of what's all about that bass, but bass replaced with PP.
All about that PP.
It's the simple things in life. Technically, I'm still a teenager.
As long as we keep you happy, Matt.
Now for the
Yeah,
fun
that's
slash
all that
annoying part
matters.
of figuring out how the fuck skills work again.
You
Slash
just,
how
like,
many skill points do I
you
have?
get 2.
2 skill points?
Yeah.
Okay. Something completely
Psych.
useless to everyone but me. Take gambling.
I'm just holding on to my points, but I can get like a 3 in projectile.
Okay. So, who can tell me what happened last session?
I talked to an AI for like 4 hours.
We had quite the philosophical discussion with AIs. Even Andrew participated.
We
It
have
was
now
surprising.
gone rogue from the Natashan standard operating procedures, and we're headed for an alien planet with 2
Yeah, because it was
AIs
that
that are
guy.
Technically,
approaching
we're fixing the
rampancy.
ship.
Vincent got bored and decided to start spray painting the mech.
Yep.
How many times?
Come back
is
now,
that
looks
hearing
pimp.
And Andrew is absolutely fascinated by AIs. Which is why
Awesome.
we immediately open up to a scene of Andrew sort of following Zai around. And we enter now. Zai. So, remind me. You say that your alien people made you wear that
I just
thing on your
face palm.
neck
As soon as
so
you,
you can
as
breathe?
soon as you start saying face like alien people, he just face palm.
Wait, quick
He
question,
doesn't
Zai.
stop
Do you still wear your combat suit, like your mask and shit, when you're outside?
Unless like I thought the captain was still on board. But if it's just the crew plus the cap, if it's just our like the squad, Beta 6, then he wears like some.
Do you wear that suit you're wearing before, the weird face mask thing?
The like the assault suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, if people other than us are on board, I'll wear that. But if it's just us, he'll wear like his version of his like combat field uniform.
Yeah, just making sure. Also, it's 2 points to go from 0 to 1, isn't it?
Yes, if it's not a class skill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
I'm
what
done.
were you asking, Andrew?
Oh, I was asking about the breathing apparatus that you have.
What was like the specific phrasing though?
I believe it was something along the lines of your alien people make you wear that breathy thing on your neck so that you can stay alive. I think it was something like that. Yeah, it was basically just asking like how it works.
Well, it converts. Sorry, just a sec. I have it here somewhere. Where is it? There it is. It converts oxygen into what my people breathe, which is. I've lost it. It's.
It's
Oh,
Breathe nitroglycerin.
I would be
Wh-
very
which
amused if
is,
you say methane.
It converts
breathe
nitrogen and
fast.
oxygen into argon nitrogen, which is what my people breathe.
So you don't breathe farts.
So, is it to assume that your planet is full of that stuff? Stuff that normal people can't breathe,
It
right?
kills people.
If by normal you mean human, then no. No. You can't, though. If you're wearing your assault armor, should be fine. Though I'm not even entirely
6
sure we
hours.
will. I'm sure we can work something up that can. We'll figure it out. You won't suffocate. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Uh,
then, by then, I walked away and I wandered off towards the AI core.
And everybody ignores you for the rest of your life.
So
We
this
were
is
probably
like,
already in the AI core.
yeah, this is like directly after what happened like last session.
Yeah.
So you've kind of just made the decision to take the AIs, and I think the last thing we did was you guys fixed your spike drive.
Yeah, we
Bad drive.
made the. We were going to, because if it's strictly
We
after,
did
we
make
made
it.
the rolls, and
Yeah.
me and Elijah assisted.
No,
and
I think we said we were
Aaron
saving the
got
rolls for today, but I don't
No,
remember.
you
No,
made
No,
the
didn't.
rolls.
Aaron's got it there to
and
12.
Aaron
we made
rolled
it.
a 12.
Yeah.
We did it.
So yeah, you succeeded, and you reckon it's going to take
You said like 6 hours.
yeah, like something like that, like around 6 hours to get the ship working again. So what are you guys doing in that time?
Fixing the ship.
I'm
Fixing
gonna.
it.
Yeah, like
I
am-
didn't actually help.
yeah, the people who
I'm
aren't
going to
fixing the
leave.
ship, what are you doing?
Oh, was it just me and okay?
Alright.
Yeah, because I got a 6. I didn't actually do anything useful.
I called
just left.
technical
Oh.
support. Technical support told me to pick up a hammer and start working on it.
Okay.
No, they told you to shut it off and on again.
Are you sure your device is
And then
plugged in?
and then they made sure to make sure the printer was connected to the device.
Is the light in the fridge
Yeah.
on or off?
Is it plugged in? So you try turning it off on again.
I'm just sitting there the entire time. You can see this.
There's live video feed.
I'm
I'd say
just doing
Vincent's
whatever.
probably just looking, just like in the bay, like in the cargo bay, looking like walking around, being bored, pretty much.
Zai's just
Okay.
doing whatever Aaron tells him to do.
Yeah.
He's helping him.
Andrew is probably
Talking
in
to
the
tech
AI
support.
core. I'm actually just trolling Aaron. I'm pretending to be tech support. We have no comms currently, so
Did we turn those back on?
I don't
I'm just
think
on the other
I-
side of the
I
ship.
do not
just
think you
doing
have
my best
turned
to
your
fake
comms
an
back
Indian accent.
Zai didn't turn it back on.
Yeah,
No,
we
it's
have
'cause you
no
need to
comms
do
at
that
the
I
actual
moment.
probably
fix.
turned it off later.
Okay.
I suggest we turn it on before we start the dock.
Yeah, I'm probably just sitting inside the AI core by one of the terminals, using Space Google, or as some people call it, Spoogle, to try to find out more. Actually, will we even have Spoogle with the
Nope, we
comms
have no
now?
comms, and there's no convoys
No.
around
You
there.
have- you have nothing
Okay,
next
so
to
then
it.
I'm just chatting to the AI as I was before.
Okay.
So now it's more
Question,
of a
how
casual
long is the ship?
conversation.
I think we worked it out in like the first session, and I can't remember
Yeah.
what we.
It's not longer than 30 kilometers, so you can use your compad.
Yeah.
Well, it's
No, I was gonna
It's
say
not-
I can
well-
pretty much tell. I want to see because I can teleport a kilometer now.
Oh, sick.
yeah.
Wait,
It's
is
probably
that
longer than
memorized?
that.
No, it's not memorized, but I can still do it.
Yeah, it's still cool.
Or mastered, but yeah.
I'll go back to the med lab.
All right. So it's so
Actually, so while Zai's helping out, he's probably making conversation and trying to understand them better, the two AI or the one AI, if they talk back.
okay. So like, what sort of questions? What are you asking?
Just what their interests are besides knowledge, what specific fields of interests they have just like generally get to know them, and like if they ask questions about him or his people that aren't like the codes to every nuclear weapon they have, he'll answer them.
Yeah.
Basically, just general get to know
Yeah.
me
You
ones.
guys make like general
Basically,
small talk.
we're on a first date.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You guys make general small talk, and
But what you don't know is that you're being cheated on with somebody in the AI core.
I get to the med lab.
Yep.
And then
Also, how's the captain?
Yeah.
I call out to Vincentia.
Okay, so when you
First.
like the first thing you see when you like get to the med lab is
Yeah.
the captain's got like a syringe of something,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, she just like injected it into her arm, and like
What
takes
the
it out.
fuck?
Like, that's better.
What are you doing?
Adrenaline kick in the morning.
Alright. I go
More
well.
questions
Obviously,
asked?
I go over and inspect the needle. Is it actually adrenaline?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Okay.
very clearly labeled.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
She did almost die.
Yeah, she like cracks her neck. Oh. Remind me.
Before I talked to her, I said out to Vincentia.
Yeah.
And I was like, Vincentia, can I talk to you for a second?
Of course.
There are too many Vincents on this ship.
If we were to turn on our comms again, you will not leave us, yes?
We have nowhere to go.
Okay, we need them on. Alright, and then I just like dismiss the AI or whatever, or just not talk to her again until she leaves.
Okay, sure.
And I said to the captain, I guess you heard we're going to Velron's planet.
She nods. I know.
You need to contact command.
I believe. She kind of smirks.
Because we're going to be gone for a while.
That's expected in our line of work. I would
Just to
say it's
disappear for a bit.
probably best to leave the call till afterwards. Our course of action isn't going to be well, condoned. There are a lot of people who would want these AIs, including the captain who just left our ship.
My idea wasn't that I was going to tell. I wasn't going to suggest tell them we had AIs. I guess my plan would work better after we actually get to Shatler system, which is basically just to tell them we had a spike drive failure malfunction and we had to spend time repairing it.
That works.
Right. I wouldn't say tell them that we had an AI that is actually 2 AI on our ship would be smart.
She agrees.
Yeah.
Okay,
If
and
you're feeling up for it, Captain, you can leave if you want and get back to your own quarters.
yeah, she walks briskly away as the adrenaline starts to kick in.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, so it's probably because you've done the rolls for the like repair of the ship.
Well, Zai's gonna have to roll to repair the comms, I think, isn't he?
No,
Yeah.
I made it so
Because he
I-
had
I-
cut them.
I'd literally just done it so you could easily fix them. Like I was pretty explicit about that.
Yeah,
just so
Zai,
it would
when
just be like
he
sort of
did it,
in
he
the
said
back.
that he cut them in a way that it'd be
Oh,
easy to
yeah.
put them back.
Okay.
So
Like if you had a text
I
zero
would have still made him roll.
post text zero.
I'm still evil. I would have done that.
I'll do it.
So
Oh, that's fine. I'd rather you didn't.
So would I.
Opposed to- you
So
should
the
just have him
second
do,
your
like,
comms come back
mental
on,
check to see if he remembers.
Mm.
yeah. So the second your comms come back on, there is a large like signal in close proximity within a couple of thousand k's.
What is it?
A large ship.
Was it the Valron or the Vex ship?
It's not giving off those signals.
It's Batman.
I say to BB, I say BB, Well, I broadcast to everyone on the ship. That's very likely the Vex ship, and I don't know these people. They could be far more hostile than I doubt it, but I don't know what their ideas are. I suggest we get a move on to my system.
Mrs.
It's
Maxwell's over the radio. How could they even know we were here? We literally randomly fell out in the middle of space. They were probably here before we were.
Vincentia.
Yes.
Do you have any idea about this ship?
So BB's voice probably cuts in. It's not broadcasting any known signals. It seems odd.
Is it
The-
active?
Partially?
Like, can we tell if there's any drives or anything running?
My initial scans show severe damage.
Yay, derelict.
I suggest we take down the note of this, take note of this location, and return here later. We have an objective right now, and a derelict ship could be very dangerous.
I suggest we send it. I suggest we send the information to command. Rather have them deal with it than us.
I suggest we go poke it.
We've already got something to do. That's far too important to fuck up.
What's another day? Come on, let's check it out.
No, we're not.
So no poking the strange ship we found?
Nope. Elijah suggests we don't.
Can we shoot? Can
Is
we
this
fire
other
a tracking
comms?
device?
We haven't had recovery. No one's got side points back, etc. Stuff like that. We're all still tied out from our previous mission, and then we had to spend 4 hours trying to, deal with this fucking crazy AI.
Is this discussion going on over comms?
I think
Yeah,
so.
Well then,
because we're on different parts of the ship.
All right. So Andrew pipes in while he starts tapping in a spoogle. Now that the comms are back up, and have we checked how many life forms are on the ship? On their ship, not ours.
We just picked up the reading.
Can
We
you do
don't
that,
know if there's
baby?
any life forms there.
Sorry, what was that? What do you want to say?
Can we do that,
Life
BB?
forms.
Does the ship have
We
that
can-
capability?
Scan the ship, see what comes up.
Before we scan it, I would like to point that if we scan it, it could detect that we are here, and if it is a trap, it's much bigger than we are.
This is why
We could
I
have-
suggest that we leave, send it to the fleet.
I agree with you completely.
Just attach a track. Like,
The
track
ship
the
is
signal of it, so
massive.
in case
and
anything
it's
happens, we can see where it's
much
going.
bigger than our own. If there are live people, I'm going to suggest that there's at least half of an available crew, and this ship has an available crew of 50 to 200 or something like that, and it's much bigger than our own. So, I'd rather not.
Captain, this is ultimately your decision.
She's like, yeah, you hear her. She says, yeah, one moment. She sounds distracted.
Yet again, Andrew comes over the comms. He's feeling adventurous today, and he says, "Chances are that they already know we're here, judging by one, they're significantly larger, i.e., likely have far more scanning equipment. They probably already
We also the
detected
most advanced stealth ship in
our
the
position.
system, so I'd assume it's hard to track us.
likely already detected our position. Secondly, if we leave them to the fleet, we know what's going to happen. High chances are they're going to engage. This may not necessarily be a hostile ship. We haven't seen them do anything hostile to anyone thus far.
That's why we.
It's not
okay,
personal.
that's why we don't go over there. Then it's heavily damaged. Let's just leave it alone.
Or if ever, I don't really care what happens to it. But if the rest of you are opposed to sending this information to the fleet, we could check back on it later.
Is it not also?
I don't think it's going to
Vex?
be going anywhere.
The Vex ship, isn't it?
No, we don't know what it is.
So
There was no.
which
It's
one?
not sending signals.
Can we not
Wasn't
just
it-
track the signal the
So-
ship gives off? So like if it moves, we will know.
Anybody who's looking at a sensor screen, notice
Pretty much everyone at this point.
Yeah, notice like an active ping go out from the ship.
Is that them trying
A
to track
what?
us?
An active ping, like a sonar ping. If we're talking about an old Navy terms, it's a sonar ping. That one could surmise they're looking for people. Whether they know there's people here or not, they're trying to make themselves seen.
I heavily suggest we get a move on.
Leave.
How far away is the core from being fixed, or whatever it is to being fixed?
This is like as soon as you turned on the like sense equipment. And
Which I think we did after the car, wasn't it?
I would assume we would have done it after the core.
Yeah, because you.
I mean, if
you were
I'm
in
the one
the.
reconnecting it,
Yeah.
yeah, if I'm the one reconnecting it, it would have been after the core's fixed.
then yeah, it's after the core.
Because you were down actually in the car, wouldn't you? You would have to go all the way to the AI car to do it.
Yeah, I sent BB the coordinates to what is it? Shayla system. Shayla? I can't pronounce it still. Shayla system.
Tyler.
So he can fly us there.
Liam, even though are we in stealth at the moment or not?
Sonar would reveal stealth.
Yeah, like you wouldn't. Whether your stealth drives were in like full effect in the middle of nowhere, I highly doubt.
Yeah.
But the ship would have some sort of like active stealth.
Yeah. Because like, would we know if their ping could detect us?
It probably could.
Well,
it basically
Yeah,
like
you-
it's
that,
something that's
it's
sent
called
out.
sonar, isn't it?
Yeah, it's something to send out that makes a loud noise or like a loud radar or sonar noise.
You can tell how it bounces back and
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
like you said, it's sonar.
Space sonar.
So
Yeah,
we leave.
So
Captain, I've uploaded the coordinates to Shayla system to BB. Waiting on you. Do we investigate or do we leave?
Her voice comes by. BB, jump us. And then yeah, the ship powers up and leaves system.
I assume you have the coordinates of this area?
Already noted.
So
She's,
take us.
she
When
says,
you want us.
I think you all need to see this. Report to the bridge.
start running for the bridge.
Who said that?
The captain.
No, okay, I'll go.
I go.
And then to teleport.
Uses all his side points to do it, but teleport.
Yep.
So you all arrive on the bridge, and there is what you would all recognize as the like after action report of a battle that's happened. And she says, this has been translated, so it might not make 100% sense. The ship there, that was Canal. They had just lost a large engagement. We,
To who?
us, apparently.
So
What?
we
They-
should have
You
gone.
can kind of see like even
She's
she's slightly
surprised.
surprised.
Okay, yeah, okay. What exactly? How?
I don't know.
Sorry, what
That
did
was
you
in the
say?
report.
To get up for a moment.
So
big
we're
ship,
being set
Captain.
up.
That was a big ship.
Do we have ships that big? Or do you
Only the
have
one.
ships that big?
We have the Elizabeth. That was
That-
It
damaged
should be
last I
repaired
saw.
by now.
Are you sure this was you?
That's what their reports are saying.
I suggest we drop out of space and go back.
No.
I
So,
don't
uh,
imagine they're going to
we're
be
too
very
dangerous right now.
friendly to us.
We would probably be the only ship that they'll be in contact with for a long time.
I mean the canal,
Considering we're between sectors.
the enemy
Yes.
ship.
They're canal. They're still people.
Oh,
Yeah, they are still people.
we're too
I find
dangerous
it
right now.
I find it so much funny how through these past few hours or days, however the fuck long we've been awake, everyone's had quite the change of mood, I guess. Even the canal hating Russian is.
I hate
Is it
everything.
with
Get
them?
that right. Yeah.
I do suggest after this mission, after we drop off
Might be too late then.
Vincentia, we go and look. It might be, but right now we're not ready.
She's not going anywhere, lad.
Then we leave her then.
Also, if they sent a request for help, it would have attached to our ship. Blue box.
Yeah,
Can
there
you
was
tell
no
if they
SOS. It
sent
was a
anything?
ping to try and find someone. And if there's any form of weapon or operational on that thing, we're dead.
Blue box. Can you tell if they sent any distress beacons through us?
If those are canal, then we got AIs that could just fuck them up.
AIs that we don't trust.
Ellie, I asked Blue box if he
Yeah.
can. If
I
it's
trust
detected
his
anything.
desire to protect her.
So on one of the screens directly in front of you, like a recorded message starts playing, and it's a guy. He looks. You can tell from your knowledge of like the canal. It's a very junior officer. He's hurt. He's bleeding quite badly. And he's kind of like slumped in the chair he's sitting in, like hand held to his like rib cage. And in canal he says, to anyone listening, it's all
What's he
broken and
saying?
like put like between coughs. We've suffered a heavy defeat. The Navy has been shattered, at least we have been. We are unsure if any of the ships made it out of the sector alive. We are stranded, a ship heavily damaged, large casualties, the captain among them. To anybody listening, to any canal ships in the sector, help us. And then the message like cuts. There's like a small explosion and the message like cuts.
Captain, how secure are your identification tags for ships?
What do you mean?
How easily could they be copied?
We can't send a message back anyway. We've already left the system.
No, I mean how easily could someone else copy the identification tags of an Natashan ship? Someone with highly advanced
Could you do it,
technology.
Saiga?
If BB comes over, if you could get your hands on a Natashan identification codes, it wouldn't be difficult to spoof.
I could do it very easily. Now that I'm on a ship, I don't. There's no reason for me to do it though. If you say your ships aren't that, well, besides the Elizabeth, if your ships aren't advanced enough to destroy a fleet, I assume it is the work of someone else.
She kind of shrugs. She says, the captain shrugs. She says, it could have been us. We've won battles like this before, but only with overwhelming numbers. And we've lost a lot of ships in the process. If we did win here, it was a costly victory.
I suggest we stop it. I suggest that we make it so that that message doesn't go through. Like, since it's attached to us, can we make it so
BB's voice comes through. Already done.
Good.
I sort of shoot the captain a glance and I go, don't you have access to our comms, as in Natasha's comms? What are they saying? Do they know about this?
We've got no information this far out. Only what we gleaned from that ship.
Might take some time.
I hope you're right about it being you guys, because I really hope it's not the Klingon. That could be very problematic.
Can you please translate that into English instead of your weird alien language, so that the rest of us can understand?
Do you remember the strange alien ship above Canal airspace?
Yeah, the thing that was the Vex ship? Yeah, what about it?
Yeah, that's what he's suggesting.
For someone not versed in the language, Mary has got a very well grasp of it.
I barely even speak your own language.
And if it is alien, then we have a serious problem.
I doubt it is them, though 500 years can do a lot to someone.
Well, we could spend some extra hours here and find out.
No, we don't.
The captain shakes their head. She says, "It doesn't make sense. They were working with the canal, right? That's why we saw them
Were
there.
they,
They were
though?
sending diplomats. Granted, you shot the diplomats out of the sky,
They
but they were sending diplomats.
If they still work and think, I can't imagine their 500 years can't change a species that quickly. I need more time than that to evolve, but they have been brainwashed in some way, then they'd be more violent. So if they still work in the way my people do, they would send envoys to all humans. Before the Scream, our people were as humans have always been very numerous throughout the galaxy, but mine were up there, and we worked together, from what I am told. These people they may be from a sector where where aliens and humans, he says that like deadpan kind of, still work together. They may not know that the humans and aliens have had a war in this sector. They could be trying to contact all humans. I would assume they would send envoys to the Natashans as well, along with the free planets.
Isn't it kind of like, in terms of game, guys, isn't it kind of impossible to travel between sectors because all the jump drives are dead because of the Scream? There'd be like nowhere to get from sector to sector because we die in between it.
You can, but it takes a few hundred years.
Yeah, you die.
They might live longer than us.
You
It
would
Could be
die.
that they
There's
found
more
something.
efficient ways to do it than send actual people.
Hmm.
teleportation or
Mm.
worm.
I say like we're in the like 'cause this system is basically like Sci-fi number system is basically in the same situation Mass Effect is when the mass relays went down.
Yeah,
Oh wait, so
pretty good comparison.
we weren't discussing this in character.
No, that's why I said in game
Oh.
terms.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah,
I did.
in game terms, it is
Like Mass Effect relays.
nigh impossible
mhm.
to travel between systems from the
That's why we don't know if Earth is actually
Yeah.
still there or not. No one's heard of Earth in 500, 700 years. A
500
lot of people
we
don't
do-
know what it is. It's just a myth.
Do we know how the canal got their extra technology? Because they could just be using the canal to perpetuate a war that's been in ceasefire for 165-ish years. Yeah.
Okay, because you said that you just said canal twice as well, not Vex.
Yeah, but they could be using the canal. Like,
Yeah.
that's easy.
You mean canal technology?
Mm-hmm.
That's Zai's field of expertise, not mine.
Sorry, what's the question, Mary?
Are the Vex using are the Vex still using the Velron?
No. We
I mean,
Not
the
the
Vex still-
Velron.
I'm
Are
sorry,
the Vex
yeah, the
using
canal
the
just using the Vex
canal?
technology, maybe, yeah.
are the sorry, what?
The Vex could
I-
be using the canal to destroy what's left of humanity in this sector.
I wouldn't put it past them. They
So it's
I wouldn't put it past them.
in their best interest to continue this war for as long as it takes, and that means giving us.
If it is them, possibly, and if it is if that is
the
true, then
main
yes.
reason I doubt it is the Vex is they hated humans. Ooh, they
Alrighty.
beyond
Then
compare.
what's better than having humans killing other humans if they really hate us so?
I do not know. I haven't been in contact with that many Vex in my time.
I just sort of look around at everyone very somewhat suspiciously, and I go, why did this war start in the first place? The one between us and Canal?
Humans like to fight.
The captain
I agree
kind of
with
looks
that.
up. She says, "Diplomatic differences."
Right. What you're saying is aliens weren't behind it.
Let's not come up with
Nope.
crazy theories,
I
everyone.
just imagine
Shall we
that
not
he
do
looks like
this right
the
now?
aliens guy now.
Let's not do Illuminati stuff.
Andrew just takes off his helmet, it's just him.
We're pretty fucking fine. Let's just get to fucking Valeron planet and do our shit. Too dangerous right now.
Zy-
Like,
Zy
can we
Crowds-
not?
If you are going to continue to referring to it as Valeron planet,
Tell me its
It's-
fucking name then.
its
you haven't
name
told
is
us its
Anubis.
fucking name.
Its name is Anubis.
Thank you.
Not
It's
Valeron
funny, it's
planet.
like
Fucking hell.
anus, Andrew points
How
out.
else am I meant to refer to it as if you don't tell us the name?
Hey Elijah, how is People Planet
Damn.
or Human Planet?
You know the name of Natasha. I don't know the name of your planet. What else am I referred as?
Steve.
The Velron planet makes sense. That's where I know the Velron come from.
We are going to Shiala. Shyla. Oh god, it's
Shyla?
Shyla.
Break
going
up
to the
ladies,
Shiloh
It's
system.
break it
Shala.
up.
Shala sector.
Hold on.
We're
hold
going
on,
to the
hold on.
Shyla sector,
So let me get this
specifically
straight.
Anubis.
We're going to planet Anus in the Shyla sector.
Aeneas. Aeneas? How do you pronounce that, Liam? It's been like
Let's
2
say
months.
anus.
Aeneas.
Oh my god.
It's Aeneas, right? Aeneas.
It's anus.
Aeneas.
Aeneas.
Let's go with Annius. Just to
Are we
be safe.
really laughing at the possibility of a butt joke?
Yes.
Holy
I'm a
shit.
child.
I
Oh,
assume we're around here somewhere.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
No, because
absolute-
we started there.
We're like here.
I am an
And,
absolute
like
child.
we
Sorry,
dropped
Jake.
off in between.
We were going
Like
to
we're close to Natasha. Like we have to get all the way down here. That's gonna take a long time.
21 days.
and we're gonna need to make some stops, so we're gonna have to go like.
You basically dropped off like there.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we essentially
sorry,
need to go
where?
down and then jump through empty space for a bit and hope nothing breaks.
In between 100 and 0201. Basically.
Yeah, somewhere in
yeah.
there.
Okay, yeah.
So,
Let's just get our shit done.
So how long until the next? So essentially, just what are we doing for the next 21 days?
Fucking
Checking
chill
off.
out.
Checking Facebook. I mean Facebook.
Scraping more random shit in the cargo
Andrew
hole.
Making
Um,
sure the spike drive doesn't break again.
If it is if is it just what we're doing for the next 21 days?
yeah. I'll
Okay,
figure that out.
During that time, just for reference, Zyga is teaching Vincentia and BB, if V wishes, Valoronic.
Well, I also need I need to talk to you.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, that's just what he's generally doing.
I know, I'm just
I
saying.
can still talk
There's
to
something we
people.
actually need to talk to
Yeah.
you about.
Okay, cool. So yeah,
I
he's
call
just
you to him.
bonding with them.
I call you to the med bay.
Teleport.
You can't teleport.
No,
That's my
You
job.
can't
You're right.
teleport.
I fly my new jetpack there.
You don't have a jetpack yet.
No.
I've had it this entire time though.
I walk there.
Yeah.
I'm essentially just
How
gonna teleport around on the
But
ship
yeah.
every
Yes.
time we have like a
Well,
couple
I go
days.
there on a skateboard. Yeah. Immediately cooler.
I only call Zai.
I know, but I'm following Zai around.
Yeah,
I sprout my
I-
alien wings.
When your reptilian don't have wings.
Damn it.
Anyway,
It's like a dragon.
when you get in, I basically put the guns down and ask what the fuck they are. Because I've been walking around with 3 guns this entire
Yeah, I
fucking
know.
time trying to find out what they are. I've walked around
Pretty,
with
like-
so many
this is
guns.
Pretty,
I'm still
this is
holding
pretty,
3
like-
guns. It's been like 8
this
hours.
is like a few hours later, right?
Yeah, I'm just walking around
They're
with
just all
guns.
strapped to your back still.
You have
Yeah,
one
I have
Valorant
3
gun
guns.
and
I have 3
two
guns
other ones,
and a
right?
heavy cutter. Yeah.
Zai points to the two non-Valorant ones. I have
I can
no
look
idea
at
what
the.
they
I
are.
only ask about the two, the Velron and the Vex one. Because
The Vix,
I can look at them. I can look at the.
There
heavy
was
core.
wasn't there two Valorant guns? There was a pistol and a rifle.
That
yeah,
has the
pistol.
pistol.
Yeah, thought so.
Which I also ask him about.
He points to the Vix one. That's rubbish. You can throw that away.
Even though it's not.
Which isn't. Yeah, no, yeah, to him it is. He also doesn't like the Vix.
It's actually better than your pistol.
Liam, what do I actually know? Like, what does he know about the Valorant stuff? And I'm assuming he'll know what the Vix one is as well.
I've sent him all the stuff.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
cool.
looking at it. 1 second. It's just a while ago.
Yeah.
I know a lot of stuff
the Vex
about
the Vex
guns.
rifle in terms of game things, it has a +1 to hit and +2 to damage, and it's basically a laser rifle, or is it a combat rifle, Liam?
The the Vex?
Yeah, what's
Vex
it based off?
is projectile, so combat.
Combat rifle. So 1d12 +2 to hit. I mean +1 to hit, +2 damage. The fuck. I still have to go scroll up here. Shit.
I know what the Valorant one is.
The pistol, you mean?
I'm assuming they're both the same.
No, your pistol's different.
Oh, is it? What's
Yeah.
the Valorant rifle then?
The rifle is +3 to hit and +3 to damage. It's a nightfall gun basically, and it's a laser
Alright.
weapon.
Yeah, but it's got the duplicity thing, right?
Nope, it's just a
Oh, it
nightfall
doesn't?
gun. It just has the +3 to hit and damage.
So I just gestured to it, and like
Yeah.
to motion to pick it up.
And yours, for everyone else,
Yeah, it's so cool.
is a thermal pistol, but it's omnipresence, which means it can change into like a belt and stuff, and then back into a pistol.
I want one of
And
them.
it has +1 to hit, +1 to damage.
Can I have one?
So it's a Rolex gun.
I pick up the I wish I pick up the Valorant rifle. This is a Linter. It's a laser rifle essentially. This is the best gun you will ever fire. It is very impressive.
Suddenly,
Points there's like there's like three insignias on it, and he points to each of them. These were carried by special ops teams during the war between aliens and humans.
Aliens.
Yeah, every time he says aliens, he's like really sarcastic about it.
Hey,
Like,
For the
he-
record, as
he-
you keep going on about the gun,
You make it
Andrew
obvious.
just squinting like more and more at you.
Does he make it obvious?
It's only me and Zai at this point.
he threw you out of the room.
I went to the med bay. I called him to the med bay. It's only
Yeah,
me.
and I
It's only
told
me
you
and
I'd
Zai.
been following Zai around.
You won't be allowed
Oh,
in
right.
the med bay. It's per patient doctor confidentiality.
All right, if you go in the med bay, then yeah, I just ignore you. But yeah, that's fine.
So
I
You're
am I
there,
locked
but
out or am I
nobody-
standing there?
No, you can be in. You can be in.
Okay. Okay.
I point to the first insignia. This is the wielder's, the owner's nexus. A nexus is like a family, I guess, to us.
Your egg sacs.
More
You just start spouting a lot of random crap.
Exactly.
Well, that's how they're born.
This-
They're born in egg groups.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't
he
know.
gave me
Yeah.
biology.
I
I know
haven't,
that
I haven't
stuff.
read anything about them because Andrew's.
Yeah,
an
he
idiot,
gave me a
so-
biology thing about them. I'd say that. to
he's
you,
the only
so-
one that's asked.
Yeah, I'd say that as well. Like that's your egg groups, isn't it?
No, society works in pairs. There's the egg groups, which are my sisters and brothers. Then
Hmm.
there is my family. My family name. That is the. Sorry, just a sec. I need his full name. Where's his full name?
Saffron.
Your full name's too long.
Saffron. You should put it on your character sheet.
It is. There's the family name. The Vintex Trahom.
Yeah. that's
My
what it
mother
says.
and father's family names. Then there's the Nexus, which a grouping of families fall under. That is Thronhillion for me. This is the Nexus of, and he just says some random word that I haven't named because I don't give a
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah.
They well, I knew some of them growing up. The next is the family name of the owner's family. I have no idea which family this is. And then lastly, it is the agent's codename and their outfit. This is one of the earlier outfits to enter the war. I imagine they lasted a fair while. The gun itself is, if you plan to keep it for yourself, will serve itself very useful.
Yeah, I pick it up and put it on like the desk behind me where I normally sit. I was like, alright, yeah. You keep your pistol. You're keeping your pistol. I'm guessing more useful than you.
I don't care so much about the pistol itself. It's more the meaning. It was my uncle's. It was unexpected. He points to the Nexus one. He says, "This is my Nexus's symbol, Thron Ilion. This is there's another one. And he says, "This is my uncle's family name, Ventix." And then he says something else that I haven't thought of. The one he says that isn't Ventix, that is his wife. And this is his outfit and codename. I would like to keep it for sentimental reasons. We never did know what happened to him.
Well, I gave it to you.
Thank you.
You can keep it for even more reasons now. And like, all right, I'll spend some time figuring this other one out, and I'll guess at the heavy cutter. Like, this is human tech. I can disassemble this shit.
Also, don't throw the Vex weapon out. It isn't that bad.
I look at.
I look at you and I'm like, I know. Better than us, dude.
I sort of look at Zai, as I said, we're just squinting, and I go, "Your people make anything that shoots bullets? You know, good old fashioned rip through your entire body, come out the other side, bullets."
I like gesture the Vex rifle. I'm like, you mean that one right there?
Well, it's. I meant like his fancy stuff, not. I don't know.
Bullets.
You're saying Vex is garbage. I don't know what. I don't know.
Vex isn't garbage compared to human technology. It will do the trick better than what humans are capable of yet.
Question is, are there any Veleron? That's what you call it, right? Yeah, Veleron pew guns.
Bullets are impractical. They take up more space than a battery pack does. Less elegant. More cruel.
The simple answer to that, Andrew, is no. I hope you out there, Zai.
No. I frown.
I kind of like pat you on the back and say, I don't want to be here for another 5 minutes.
My people are long-winded. We have a lot more time to speak than you.
You do have 80 years on this planet. Yeah. But did you say can I keep this or something?
I said, are you sure I'm able to keep this? You did find it.
Yeah, it's like if it's a thermal pistol, you can at least use it for and replace it your own. Or just keep it on you just in case. It's more useful on you.
I trained with a model similar to this.
Just now, whenever people see Zai is just wearing a Rolex.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that?
He turns into a
probably more like a phone. This is right phone.
It turns into a compad.
Yeah.
Puts it away.
But yeah, I'll let you have it, of course.
Is there anything else, Elijah?
No, I'm fine for now. I've got time to spare to look at this gun.
I will return to the AI I called him.
Yep.
And he goes
just
to teach the AI his language. So they can communicate when they get there. Because why the fuck would aliens speak English?
Yeah. So like the second you leave and like are sufficiently distant from the med bay, BB's icon appears in the med bay and says to you, Elijah, I don't think Zai wants to know what happened to his uncle. I just accessed those files. Not pleasant.
Oh God, Liam.
Well, it's his prerogative to look at it. You might want to talk to him about it more than I do.
Just so you're aware, if this becomes a problem in the future. The captain already knows. And he leaves.
What happened? Was he
Right.
tortured?
He leaves. He's gone. He does not want to talk about those files. Alright.
I'll take that as a yes.
Mary has these few hours. She's gone to the shooting range, and the first thing she actually does is she asks BB if he's gonna go pantsy on her. Now that he has AIs to companion him that are already rampant,
He says,
is he also gonna go rampancy?
he says, although rampancy seemed to spread between those two, I am not nearly as close as those two were forced to be. I think I'll be fine. Plus,
Alright,
pure brilliance cannot catch rampancy.
good.
You
'Cause
imagine he'd be
I
smart.
want your help in putting some more challenge to this shooting range. I need some digital targets.
I'm sure I can help with that.
I'm sure you're brilliant enough.
Yeah, BB like figures something out. Like uses the holographic projectors that he uses to project himself to like put out some targets and stuff for you.
Mary pulls
Yay.
out her holographic fucking.
No, Mary's
Butter.
gonna practice dual
most of
wielding
out.
two mag pistols at once. She's trying out the new suit.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and Andrew's following Zai around, and the one question that just keeps coming up is, can your alien people make a reverse version of the thing on your neck? Word for word, by the way. He just keeps asking until he gets an answer
he ignores you for
that
like
he
first
understands.
3 times. Then the second time he gives you like a hyper detailed version of how it works and like how it could be reversed, but like insanely hyper detailed. That it's probably because he's reading it off like the packet.
He
And
just
then,
has this slip of plastic in his hand that has all the information
That's it.
from when he unwrapped it.
and then like the next time you ask, it's, if you're going to continue speaking about my people, can you refer to them by their names? It is getting frustrating.
Maybe.
He keeps talking to the AI. He just like goes back and does stuff on computer or whatever.
Okay.
I was like mentioning
he
at
would
this
probably
point, anybody
ask
goes
it
out.
17 or so more times, how I said before, and then finally he would refer to them as Belron.
Also, if anybody goes down to the cargo bay, at this point you'll see Vincent is spray painting the walls.
Nice.
He just
Probably
got really
going
bored,
there.
had a lot of extra spray paint.
Yeah, he's got like a cover full of spray paint.
I feel like there's just a cabinet full of spray paint titled Vincent. Don't enter.
I feel
He's
like I would
attached to the
end,
mech.
I'd probably end up in the cargo bay.
Every
It's
day,
just I'm
though,
not there when
Vincent
you
notices a few more cans going missing. Just not really sure what.
Yeah, beep.
I imagine there's like in like terms of like in like a comedy style like film, because psychics don't learn their abilities straight away, basically.
Yeah.
Especially not mine. I imagine like there's like shots of Elijah where she's like following people like down hallways, like quite far behind them, and then she just morphs and becomes them, and then runs away. So,
Like when Vincent is in spray paint, he's
do-
trying to teleport across the ship.
yeah, yeah. There's like the scenes where Elijah like becomes fucking like Vincent and then runs away and like talks to people and then runs off again. Like, oh shit!
The captain now just thinks Vincent's a huge fucking asshole.
He's a huge fucking asshole.
Oh god.
That is I can't get the image out of like
Just one of the
Elijah
times
just
I'm actually
turning into
following
people and
Elijah,
sprinting
but she's
away.
disguised as you.
Same species. I can't do it to Zai.
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah, or I could turn into animals and shit, and that would be broke as fuck.
Would be awesome.
There's just a bear on the ship.
Let's get the masquerade
At
suit.
one point, I turn into Aaron while he's still there, and then I try and confuse the fuck out of his dog.
Vincent's still spray painting.
I'm sure I'd be just as confused.
Yeah.
It's like
And then I
looking in a
cancel. I'm
mirror.
like, "Sup? I'm out."
After Andrew refers to them as Balron.
You're right there.
No, I can't get the image of her turning out of turning into a heavy set
Well,
Irish
like-
woman and then just running away and screaming at people in like an Irish accent.
Like unlike teleportation, where it's just like a continuation of the same thing, where it just gets better. I imagine psychics would have to train for like new things.
Yeah.
So this is how she's training by following people around and turning into them.
Oh, that's amazing.
Just stalking people.
Yeah.
He tries to turn into Zai, but it's just the human version of him.
Yeah, like lol. I turn into like there'll be a scene like in a T crossroad corridor. Say like Mary's walking down the corridor, and then at the T crossroad, I just turn into Mary, and then I and just walk into a room. Sidestepped into a room.
Oh, God,
Blue
that's
Box is
an
probably
amazing
watching
visual.
all of this.
What the fuck?
I just cancel it and walk out again as me. Like, yeah.
Elijah.
Just because of all of this, you just at one point get like a notification in the med bay just being like somebody needs psychological counseling after that.
Yeah.
Like, there must be because I don't
think I
tell
might
anyone
be
I'm doing this. And
hallucinating.
I don't tell anyone I'm doing this, and I make sure whoever I'm copying isn't where I'm about to go.
Yeah.
So there must be scenes, there must be like bits where like the crew's really confused as to why so many people people are talking to them and why they seem to be everywhere. I just don't tell anyone I'm doing this.
Speaking really weirdly.
Hey Vincent, I just saw you like back there. I don't. How did you get here? In complete confusion.
There's yeah, we also see a scene where like you're still sitting in the med bay,
Yeah.
and like BB appears to you and says, "Well, that was amusing."
I know. Then I've become the captain and run off.
as you
I
As you're
I'm just
leaving-
imagining the Zoidberg scuttle.
Yeah,
That's
as-
like
after you turn into the captain, like as you're leaving, you hear BB's voice behind you. Careful, she'll shoot you for that.
So after he refers to him as the Valron,
I mean, it's sidetracked a bit.
I'm just imagining the Zoidberg scuttle
So
with an
essentially,
angry
during
Irish
this
woman.
entire trip, here's this in a scaled down version. So, Alyssa's turning everyone, walk around being weird.
Yeah.
Zai and Andrew are trying to communicate with each other badly. Andrew, what is Aaron doing?
Walking his dog.
Taking his dogs on walks.
Yeah.
Also sending a lot of messages to back home, see if he can. Because we're really close to his home sector, so he's just sending messages, seeing if everything's okay over there.
Vincent's
Probably-
essentially painting a mural in the cargo bay.
So I would end up in there every once in a while just to check on like the drop ships and like every other vehicle we have in there. And I'm just like, there's art here? What? Come back. There's more stuff now? What?
Do you want to roll like a skill test to see how good this mural is looking?
Yeah, what is the roll for that?
Artist.
Finally comes into space.
The first time I ever seen it used.
I have always wanted somebody to roll this.
We finally have a use for it. What would the modifier be?
I actually had this
Wisdom?
when another Stars of
Probably
Fate
wisdom, right? Or
Yeah.
dexterity?
Or dex.
Wisdom or dexterity?
I don't know. Well, whatever's highest
Want me to
for you.
assist?
Wisdom or dex.
I'd say wisdom or constitution. I don't think constitution is very helpful.
Then go wisdom.
Wisdom would make the most sense. -1. Natural 8. Okay.
Oh!
-1.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, no. It's,
Wait,
it's
that's,
looking alright.
That's an 8. Because he did put his +1 in.
looking alright.
What? Yeah, that's got
You have a
I-
+1 in
so it's an
wisdom,
eight.
don't you, Vincent?
Yeah, that should have a +1 for my wisdom bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
it's
that's
an 8.
that's-
That's not terrible.
it's looking good. It is
Yeah.
looking good.
What's it of?
Cat, pretty much.
Yeah, just a cat. It's the only thing you can think of. Like, oh god.
No, that, not cat. But
Oh, okay.
That's
just
the
painting a weird
psychic,
ass eye.
the psychic maelstrom.
Pretty much.
Alright, cool.
Vision.
So after he uses the people's proper name, he
And
he
Elijah
says
runs back in the background as Andrew.
he's shuffling around like whoop 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 whoop.
Sorry.
This is the weirdest trip we've had so far.
Yep.
Easily.
Well,
Ye- ye-
Dude. My
if
powers
Mary
are
ever
awesome.
comes across your Andrew clone, then she's gonna challenge you to a fist fight.
And win.
Oh my god, what is happening?
Who would win, Mary or Mary?
This is the most random session I've ever had.
I'm rude.
Oh
Alright,
god.
this is the part where I'm really tempted to put another point in unarmed, just so I can make sure that I win that when you challenge me to a rematch. After Clone Me kicks your ass.
So Zai says to Andrew, yes, Andrew, that is possible. Though I don't know why you would want such a piece of technology. It would be incredibly useless to you. Most planets within the sector are breathable to you. There are ones out of it that aren't, but the ones in it are.
Excuse me.
So, Andrew sort of pulls out his compad, and because he has absolutely no, like, he's far from tech savvy, he just has, like, a picture of the chat logs with the AI, opposed to just having direct access to the chat logs of it. So he shows that to you, and he's like, AIs, your people like to mess with them. I'm interested. I can't breathe your air. Then
Okay,
again, I
since
also
when
don't
did you
speak your
become
language, 'cause it's-
interested? Sorry, what did you say? I missed the last bit.
Then again, I also can't speak your language. Is there something we can do about that? I add.
He pauses for like a solid minute and just like stares at you, like really confused. I'm not sure if you can tell it's confused because he doesn't look like a human.
You can't tell. He can't tell.
But he
Definitely
just
not.
stares at you for a while. It probably looks like he's thinking. He's just really confused. When
Speaking
did
of
you-
confusion, who's doing Zudbaz?
Oh my god.
Oh, I can't draw on mouse. I can't draw on mouse.
Oh god.
So, what was the question?
Since when did you become interested in artificial intelligence and alien culture, Mr. Harper?
Alien culture? Never. Um, artificial intelligence? I sort of pull out my
10 minutes ago.
my I just sort of pull out my compad and I go to home screen. I see what time it is, and then I just track it back to whenever we were in the AI core class. I go then. In fact, fuck it. I just point at the picture of the chat logs and I go then. Make everything easier.
What do you hope to accomplish on planet with them, with my
Well,
people?
Assuming that I can communicate with your people in some means, I would definitely. Andrew just sort of pauses, just like mouth open, just cut off. You can really like feel the gears in his head turning, and he does that for probably a solid minute before finally going. I would really like to learn more about them. And then I pull out my gun and I go, this is all I've ever cared about. Ever. You have any idea how useless I am when I can't use this?
Suddenly you hear Ripper.
I am not one to hold someone back from
What?
knowledge. I don't think get atmosphere they're implanted in your neck that will just, I mean, it won't be very useful, but you can wear breather that would help you on planet. Regarding the language, I
You
have you have you noticed how I struggle with yours?
yes, undoubtedly.
That's because humans have a lot of you communicate a lot with your face, your muscles, very delicate muscles
Your
in your
face is
face.
ugly.
There's a lot said face, which I cannot get through. Your language is strange as well. No offense. Just says like he starts speaking in his language, just for like 5 or so sentences. With it, he'll hear a lot of like vibrations, like clicks and stuff. No, it's way more subtle than that. My people communicate partially through vibrations we make in our throats.
I will
And
destroy
clicks.
you.
It's that's our version of a facial aggression. To simplify it, I can teach you to understand the words, though you may not understand the meaning, the tones, as you would put it. Yeah. Does that help?
Maybe.
We also only have 21 days for you to learn it. I had planned
Right.
to teach Vincentia and BB if V would have it. You may sit on those classes if you wish, though I'm not sure how far you would be able to get.
Okay.
Actually,
Yeah.
if that doesn't work, we probably have and he says the name of a device that's in Starvation Cheap or the call book. I'm not sure which one it is, but like you can program in one language, 2 languages, and it translates. Liam?
Yeah,
Question mark.
I'm having a look now.
I think
Yeah.
it's called.
I'm trying to find. I can't remember what it's called.
Words.
Google Translate in a box whenever you hit a word that isn't real in the other
Translator
language.
talks. Translator talk.
Yeah.
That does it. Would
It's
the
easy.
ship have a trans? Would the ship have one of them on it?
Just make a
Yeah,
VI with
absolutely.
Elron in it.
Would I be able to program ironic and English into it?
With effort, yeah, because like
I mean, it obviously wouldn't be the refined version of the language. Like, it would just words. But I would be able to do that, like, with effort.
yeah, like it'll take a roll, but
Yeah. Okay. If you learning the language fails, we can use a translator talk. 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 What's it called? Talk. Okay. Sorry.
You right
We
there?
could use a translator talk. I would possibly be able to program in my language into it and translate it to English. It will be slow, but you will be able to understand. Though I do suggest you try learning.
Okay. He sort of nods after saying that. Continues nodding for a few moments, and then stops nodding.
I will call you, or you seem to be following me, so you might already be there. When I start the first lesson, I guess.
Okay.
Actually, now that I think of it, and Cynthia and BB, are you there?
always her voice.
Who responds?
Is it like both voices?
No, hers. She just says always.
Hers?
Yeah.
Okay.
BB as well, I assume?
When am I not?
That was very sarcastic, BB.
As it always is. Have you not realized this?
Would you to be up to learning Valoronic? I believe it would be heavily useful. AI have, besides people, always had a easier time understanding it and comprehending it.
Of course. I'm sure it'll be helpful where we're going. That's Vincentia.
BB?
um, More information can never hurt. Maybe become
Thought you'd
helpful in
say something
time.
like that. I suggest we start right away then. You are able to multitask very easily, so the sooner the better.
Of course, right now.
yeah, cool.
Yeah, so BB says, of course we are. Right now, and he lists off like a very long list of things. Doing all of these things.
As soon as he finishes the list, Zai lists off every bodily function he is currently performing.
BB says, and this is why I love you, meatbags.
We proceed to the AI core, and I start giving lessons in Valoronic.
Sure. Okay.
I'm assuming who has to make a roll for Andrew.
Everybody involved. So
Isn't it like
right.
an instruction role?
Is there?
There is actually an instructor.
I
Like,
think
yeah, there's
there's-
actually
yeah.
an instructor role
Okay, let me look at the rules for this.
to see how well you teach things.
Yeah, instructor. Yeah.
There's a language
Yeah.
role.
That's.
I think you would have to roll instructor and he would have to roll language.
Yeah, that would be it.
That's what I am
Are
thinking.
we able to take a quick
Yes.
break?
Yes, we are.
I've got a cold and the constant talking has destroyed my throat, so I need to go take some throat stuff.
Yeah, sure, it's fine. So yeah, we'll take a quick break here while I have a look at this instructor stuff. And then yes, we can
I'll be back as well then.
figure it out.
I'll be right back. Too.
Cool. Thanks.